I spent a couple days at the Sea Energy Conference here in Novi Sad, and what I learned completely changed what I know and how I perceive Serbia's energy economy moving forward. And today I'm going to walk you through the biggest key takeaways that I learned for those who are investors, entrepreneurs, engineers, and looking to enter this market. So last week I spent 2 days at the Novi Sad Fair talking to individuals from the energy sector. And one of the things I feel that I should be always doing as a business owner here at Relocation Serbia is to stay on top of all the trends and opportunities for our clients who are looking to get into whatever it might be. And there's a lot of lack of information on the internet. And so I feel it's my duty to stay on top of these things so that people, when they ask us questions as to what opportunities are there here, and especially when it comes to the energy sector, which is a growing market, I'll get into a second, is what are they going to be able to capitalize in? What are they entitled to when it comes to grants, when it comes to financing, and how quickly can they establish that business? How quickly can they see ROI on their investments? And what I learned in this conference here is that one is that Serbia is quickly moving fast towards renewable energies and grid optimization and modernization, which I think is a fantastic thing, especially when it comes to the economy here in Serbia. Now, there's massive financing and foreign investment when it comes to supporting a lot of these energy projects here in Serbia. Now, you have foreign investments from EU, from EBRD, and private banks from all around the world, as well as banks here in Serbia. And Erste is one of the banks that is doing that. Now, the tone on the ground is a lot of optimism. There's a lot of opportunity and a lot of urgency to get Serbia up to where they need to be when it comes to renewable energies, decarbonization, so on and so forth. Now, let's get into what I learned in the last couple days here at this event. And one of the things that I did not know is that Switzerland had such a huge impact into the development of renewable energies and helping optimize Serbia's energy grid here. And since 1991, they have donated or provided funding of over 400 million euros to help optimize the systems here in Serbia. The EU, and I know we are not part of the EU, but one of the things I noticed going around is EU likes to throw a lot of money into Serbia, and I know some people may be for and against that, and I've mentioned in previous videos, Serbia likes to play that tightrope of where with EU, Russia, and China, and seeing and working with everyone essentially. And so the EU has recently launched a 323 million euro environment and energy program here in Serbia. And of course, these grants are going to help support modernization, renewables, and energy efficiency projects. Now, I, for one, am very well versed in this sector. I did 20 years as an electrician, industrial electrician, should I mention. In Canada, I ran a successful contracting business in Canada until COVID, when I felt that our freedoms were being jeopardized. And I said, I'm not going to be jeopardizing and forcing anything onto my employees. I look at my freedom as very valuable, and so I essentially shut everything down. And one of the things that I've thought about now in the past week since being at this conference is that I might be getting back also into the electrical field, because the things that they talked about was very intriguing to me as someone who comes from that field, and I can see a lot of opportunity in it. Now, moving forward with what else I learned here is that Erste Bank, or Erst as some of you guys would call them, has been heavily involved when it comes to solar, wind, and bioenergy funding. One of the things that many people are hesitant to do, and this is one of the things that the lady at the event mentioned, she's the director in large projects, is that many people are hesitant to work with banks because they think that they need to get financing right away. But what Erste said that they do first when it comes to their clients is to find grant opportunities for them before getting into financing, and which I think is a very good way of not only providing extra value to your clients, but looking out for your best interest, when it's not like, here, we can give you a bunch of money at this interest rate, whereas, hey, you can get this money and then not require as much financing, and if you do need this financing, this is what's available for you. So I thought that was a very interesting approach when it comes to working with this bank. And I know there's other banks out there, but they're one of the main speakers at this event. Now, one of the things that really intrigued me is that Novi Sad is going to have a mega heat pump project coming out here. It's going to host one of the Europe's largest solar thermal and heat pump and storage systems, and the project is estimated to be at about 105 million euros. It will decarbonize district heating and serve as a model for other cities. So that is something that I saw a lot of. Is Serbia is doing a lot of first-time projects globally. Even for a small country, we're going to be doing a lot of the first ever projects here in Serbia, where Serbia is going to be held as a model for other projects around the world. I see this also as a huge opportunity for Serbia, especially when it comes to 2027 and the World's Fair. Not only are they going to be hosting the World's Fair, but they're going to be able to talk about a lot of projects that they've been doing here in Serbia and looking for that foreign investments. Now, there was another individual that was here from Italy, from Germany, should I say, from Orken Energy. And one of their interesting, equipment pieces that they have is their module ORC units, which are made in Germany. And what they're able to do is put these pieces of equipment on a truck and then truck it into Serbia and be able to take excessive heat from various projects and take that and convert electricity. Now, these things are pretty cool because once they get into or onto the project, it takes about 1 week for them to get set up and to start actually working. And the ROI on these units are about 3 to 5 years. So a pretty quick turnaround when it comes to ROI. Now, there are 2 planned units that are going to be opening up in 2026, so that people can go and actually see what these units look like and how they actually operate. Now, one of the things that I also learned, which I think is a fantastic opportunity, especially since we've had a number of clients reach out to us and ask about getting involved in the tourism industry here and helping them set up, various luxury tourism agencies here. Is that there's a lot of grants for individuals that are getting into the tourism industry here. Now, one of the things that you can have opportunities for is EV vehicles, EV chargers, and solar panels for your business. And this is done through the Green Initiative funding lines here in Serbia. Now, I also spoke with a gentleman who was from Romania, and he was with the company Kawasaki, which most of you will know. And they are looking to expand into Serbia with their projects. And one of the things that he stressed to me, and I asked him, one, where is it more, more difficult to expand? Is it more difficult to expand into the EU countries, or is it more difficult to expand into Serbia? And he said, hands down, it's more difficult to expand into EU countries. One, because you have already the government rules and regulations that you have to go by, but when with an EU country, you still have to deal with the EU regulations. And so he said Serbia is one of the countries that he is very fond of expanding into, simply because you only have to deal with the government here. And he says one thing that he is uncertain of is with the government change and the elections that are going to be coming up next year. But one of the stressors he made was that the most difficult aspect of his business is finding engineers that are able to take a project from idea to implementation to actually maintenance of those projects. He says a lot of individuals and these engineers that they're looking for are great on paper. However, when it's time to actually put them into the office and perform, they actually have no idea as to what they're doing. And one of the things he said that he is really looking forward to is that he is looking forward to seeing how they can implement AI. And I've spoken about this before. And so when it comes to AI and bridging gaps with one type of profession and into implementation, you can fill a huge gap when it comes to AI. The other thing that they were talking about at this event was a huge need for foreign investments. And these go into storage and grid balancing. So they need solutions for harmonics, they need things when it comes to batteries, different technologies and how they're going to implement them. And so there's going to be new markets launching in 2026 for these battery storages and smart grid companies that are looking to get into what I essentially call is a blue ocean, because there's really a limited amount of people who are actually doing that here. And so if they're looking for opportunities, this is a great idea to do. And the other idea, and I've mentioned this before, is that if you're looking to expand into AI here in Serbia, one of the things that AI needs are data centers. And so Serbia is looking to grow their data centers here in Serbia. And so they're going to need a lot of power when it comes to powering these data centers. They're going to need to have plans when it comes to reusing the water heat from these data centers. And they're going to be implementing a huge data center in Kragujevac, which is going to be the national data center at the beginning. And so your main biggest opportunities are going to be district heating and decarbonization, wind and solar, battery storage and grid services, waste to energy, green tourism upgrades, data center developments, and geothermal expansions. And so I think this is a huge opportunity for those individuals who are investors, who are entrepreneurs in the world that are looking to start up businesses, look for markets that have very little competition but still want to do good in these industries, or individuals who are looking to obtain citizenship by merit. If you can get into one of these opportunities and you're looking for a ROI on a business as well as a second citizenship, doing one of these projects here would allow you to get citizenship by merit. And if you are looking to get into one of these businesses and are not sure how, feel free to reach out to us at Relocation Serbia, and we can definitely come up with a business plan for you, hiring employees here, establishing your companies and getting you funding, and working with government officials as to getting you the best outcome in this type of industry.